This is Steve from Boxing UK. Absolutely delighted to be joined, Dave Allen. How are you,
mate?
pal?
All right. Yeah, good. Thank you. Very good.
It's ages since we've caught up, mate.
Yeah, I know. Well, I've not been to a boxing event now since maybe when I boxed myself in February. So obviously, everything's been behind closed doors since the resume. Is it resume? Yeah, the boxing resumed. So
Right.
yeah, it's been boring times.
Well, you say boring, mate, but you've got yourself into brilliant nick.
Yeah,
So,
I got myself. I used the time, the lockdown period, just to get fit. But I did a little bit of reflecting. A little bit of looking at myself, and more than anything else, I looked at my dad, and I'm always told history repeats itself. You turn into your parents, and I thought, and I was following down my same path as my old man. So I thought, I'm not being disrespectful to my dad. He had a good boxing career, but good, I want a little bit more than good, So yeah, then the rest of the lockdown period, I got fit, cut the weight, and now I'm just waiting for an opportunity to show everyone what hopefully I can do.
good man. Was that just the inspiration your dad made, or because I read a couple of posts where you've said you want to be able to look at yourself in the mirror and see you reached your potential?
Yeah, mainly, I look at my dad, and over the years, he said many, many things to me. And I think as a kid, you don't really listen. It's your dad, and you think, oh, well, what does he know? And as I get older, and as I took Danny on and Liam on like my own, and I talk to them, and I'm a little bit older than them, I've got a bit more experience in life and boxing. And I think, I hope they're listening to me because I've been there and done it. So, my old man's only the same. So that was a big part of it. And again, I broke the top 20 in the world without really training. And I just think, what can I do? If I actually train, like, what can I do? So better to find out. It'd be nice to, I want to do what Brendan Ingle did in Sheffield. I want to do that back home in Doncaster. I want to give the next generation one after that. I want to give something back to where I'm from, and I think I've got a good mind for boxing. But I've got a gift. I'm patient and I'm giving, and I need to be financially independent enough to do it, because I want to do it off my own back, really.
And is it hard to focus just on you, Dave? Because you're a very given bloke, aren't you? Is it
Well,
hard just
it's
to
hard,
focus on you now?
yeah, the lockdown period, you locked down. I was at my sister. I was locked down for 3 or 4. I didn't leave my sister's house really for like 12, 14 weeks. And I just trained twice a day, chipping away, getting the weight. I wasn't doing nothing mad because I was too heavy and too unfit to do anything mad. But I used that period. I was solely focused on myself. I'd text the training plan out to Danny. Look, Danny, make sure you go for a run. Make sure you do this. Make sure you do that. But it was all on me. And I went to Jamie's gym for a bit. Danny came through, but Danny was training there as well. And I was doing my own thing. I'm back home now. I've got no fight coming up. So I train myself. I run in the morning with the lads. Every morning I run. Every night I do some boxing. And then my bit of fun is coaching the lads. I've got randomers coming tonight from all over the place. I don't even know where they're from. We're all meeting. I've got a meeting point. We're all meeting, and they're all going to spar with Danny and Liam and the other lads. So, I said to Danny earlier. Me and Danny spoke earlier, and I said to him, I love fighting. I love lots of things, but nothing makes me. And it's not even teaching a kid how to throw a punch or do something boxing wise. When you see a confidence grow in a young kid, it's amazing. And when you can give them that confidence, it's the greatest thing ever. It's the greatest thing I've ever done, is be able to give confidence to these young people, that box. And that's where the true happiness of mine lies. But I need to be able to finish my boxing career off and do what I believe I can do, to have a little bit of peace with myself.
Good man. Well said, Dave. Just on you, you said you don't have a fight lined up, but you're in shape and you're ready to go, I assume, mate, if you get a call.
Yeah, the thing is, I got offered the Daniel Dubois fight for the 29th. He's fighting the cruiserweight from Belgium now. And it was like 9 days notice for no money. And the money obviously is a big thing now, because I've got plans with what I want to do. But the notice as well. I got for Nathan Gorman. They had a phone call for that. It was like 10 days notice. And I took fights in 10 days notice before. But there's either got to be there's got to be money that's going to change my life, or give me 10 weeks notice if you want these kind of fights.
Aye.
And I've texted him numerous times. And I said, if you want me to box, I need at least 4 or 5 weeks. I need to spar. I need to be over in the gym in the actual boxing gym, doing boxing day in day out. So I need 4 or 5 weeks. That's all I need, and I'm happy to box whoever. I've spoke to MTK today. I said I want to get out, and they was like, "Well, the money's not there to pay you to have a proper fight." And I said, "That's fine. I don't need to do 10 or 12 rounder." I said, "I'll be able to do 4 or 6. First on the bill at 5:30, and don't give a bollocks. Just, I want to fight, because when these big fights do come round, which I believe they will, I think I'll be in the away corner against a big name. When they do come, I want to be with a chance of winning it, you know. And I will not be able to win them coming off the back of doing 2 rounds in 18 months after David Price. So I hope to be out soon. I won't be rushing into nothing. A lot of people saying, "Oh, well, Dave Allen's asking for this money for this." I will ask for a lot of money. I will price myself out of fights. If someone's going to give me a ridiculous offer or a week's notice, you better believe I'm going to ask for stupid money, because what else am I getting out of it? What do I do? Pay me peanuts to get beat? I'm not a fucking idiot. You know what I mean? What do you want me to do? I've been there, done all that. I've learned from my mistakes. So it is what it is.
So you're not going to take a big name straight away, Dave? Because I think that's what a lot of people were worried about when there was talk of Dubois and Hughie Fury. That, you know,
yeah,
you would
again,
be the underdog.
I was happy to take. I'm happy to take them fights, but you have to pay me a lot of money to do so. It's heavyweight boxing. Heavyweight boxing has never been bigger in Britain than it is right now. And people can say Dave Allen this, Dave Allen that. I bring a lot of people to the arenas, bring a lot of viewers at home. I know my worth now. Eddie told me my worth when I boxed Daniel Dubois. So if Eddie wants to run his shows, he has to pay me what he told me he was worth. The worst thing he ever did was tell me what I was worth. Because now I ain't boxing for less than it. You know? If I'm boxing the top heavyweight, I want to get paid what he said I should get paid. If he's telling me what Frank Warren should pay me, well, you should pay me the same, Ed. You know? Maybe the worst thing you ever did is create a monster, but it is what it is. You know, people always say Dave Allen's not the best fighter in the world. Maybe I'm not, but my worth is not what they think my ability is. My worth is the bums I put on seats and the people watching at home. So I'm just sitting, waiting, keeping training, and we'll wait and see. I hope to be out on an MTK show or smaller show. I'm not bothered. I just want to get some rounds in. It'll be against, you know, a proper journeyman, but I just want to get in the ring and get some rounds in and practice what I've been doing. I've never boxed better in my career. I've never been as fit in my life, but I need to box.
It would be good to see you, mate. Can I chuck one name at you?
Of course you can.
A fella who's been chucking your name around this week, Alan Babic. I saw him this morning.
I'm a fan of him, to be honest. Yeah, I think he's good. I think he's really exciting. You know, as you say, his fight with Sean Del Winter, I thought he struggled, to be honest, and he did a great job on him. I think he's exciting. I never met him. A lot of people say, "Don't like Dave Allen." You don't know me. You can't dislike someone you never met. It's impossible. You can't dislike someone you never met who you don't even know. How can anyone dislike someone who never met him? But the thing with Babic is, I think he's good. I think he's a real handful. He was a good amateur. He's good. Like, he's really good. He takes on beating. The thing is, the fight comes off with me and him. Again, people saying, "Why would you box him?" Well, if you're going to pay me the same money for Babic as you are Dubois, I'm going to box Babic. And you never know, it could be worth that in a couple of fights' time. So yeah, you're absolutely right to box him. And the fact that he weighs 14 stone 8, he's a swinger, he's a crude swinger. And people can say what they want about me, but I'm very clever, deceptively very clever. I don't get it very much. And if you want to come and have a go at me, and you think you're going to stand there and hard man me, it's an impossibility. So the fight for me, I just think I beat Babic every day of the week, especially right now after 4 fights, you know. Like
He reckons he would knock you out, Dave.
Yeah, well, that's just silly talk. And it's like Fabio Wardley, after 9 fights, I beat him as well for boxing in a couple of months' time. Give it 18 months, Fabio Wardley might have improved past me, because I think he's a tremendous talent. But right now, them fighters don't beat me. And that's just how it is, because of it. I know how boxing works, it's experience. I boxed Dillian Whyte after 10 fights, Ortiz after 11, after 10 amateur fights. I wasn't ready, I was a little boy, I was like a tadpole in the ocean with him. And that's what these will be like with me, with professional experience and being a big, grown, strong, hard man. So it is what it is. I like Babic. I hope he continues to win. And if the fight happens, fantastic. You know, he does all this savage stuff and whatever else. There's a lot of people out there say a lot of things, scream very loudly, do whatever they do. I'm a very quiet man. But you know what they say, the quietest people are the fucking hardest, baddest men you know. And people that know me will tell you the same. I don't scream, I don't shout, but You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's completely fine by me. I 28 years old now. I don't even create. I used to create fake beef and fake nonsense. I don't do it anymore. So I can't be arsed. It's not me. I got sick of doing it.
One of the fake beef you created, going back a little while, was with Dillian, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was just desperate, to be honest. I just wanted an opportunity, and it was too early. I got beat. I got the Ortiz fight. I did the same with Lenroy Thomas. Lenroy Thomas' first fights were out there, and I just thought, you know what, David, just shut your mouth and just get on with it. You know what I mean? Just get on with it. I'd only had 23 fights in my entire life. I'm doing 12 rounds at Bramwell Lane for Commonwealth title.
Yeah.
Just a raw novice. And people always say, fucking hell, Dave Allen's shit. You was driving 23 fights, amateur and pro, doing 12 rounds with a decent fighter. Fuck me, it was fucking hard work. But I realised, I just thought, just shut up and get on with it. And the last couple of years of my career, really, I have, you know. I went on a good run, lost to David Price, but I wasn't fit. I never ran. For Brown and Price, I looked good, but I wasn't fit. I wasn't running. You know, Darren for the Brown fight got me. Mentally, I was just switched on. I was on it, but I'm running now. I never felt as good ever in my career. Never ever been anywhere near as good as this. And I think I'm just getting better all the time. I'm on 5:35, still a novice compared to a lot. Look at Lomachenko with 400 amateur fights. I'm only 35 altogether, so I'm improving. I'm really excited, Steve. I can't shut up because I'm excited to box. I'm really excited.
Tell me, aye.
Yeah, because I think I've turned the corner. I just think I've grown into a man finally physically. I'm a solid 18 stone now, and I'm really excited. I just can't wait to get boxing.
I was lucky enough to spend some time with you straight after the Brown fight, if you remember, walking back through the O2.
Yeah.
And, you know, I mean, this is a compliment. You were like a little boy, excited, and it was obvious what that fight meant to you.
Yeah.
Is that what gives you the drive, Dave, that you want to get back to those highs? Because you were proper buzzing that fight.
To be honest, me right now is a million times better than the Brown when I watched Brown. So much fitter. I never ran. I'm doing things now that I've not done for years and years, and I feel amazing. I genuinely do as well. Like, I feel great. And I'm not saying, I've been in the ring before and I thought I was fit. And I've got in there and I boxed someone and I thought, fuck me, I'm out of depth. And it might happen again at some point.
Yeah.
Because some of these heavyweights, at the minute, I genuinely feel I could give any heavyweight in the world a fight right now. Genuinely, I'm fit, I feel good. I think when I get a few spars and I won't mind about it too, I think I can get anyone a fight. I'm not saying I beat anyone, but I get anyone a fucking hard night because I'm quite clever, tough, strong. I want to give you an hard night, whoever you are. But there's always that doubt in there. Am I going to be good enough? Am I big enough? Are these too strong for me? Can I hurt him? You know? But I can't wait to find out because genuinely, I never felt as good. Never, ever, ever. And, you know, people can say what they want, but the Tyson Furies, the Anthony Joshuas, all the top heavyweights in the world, Spartamore, they've all said you can be one of the best fighters in the world. And I never believed it. And in turn, I never put the work in because I thought, what's the point? But I'm genuinely so excited just to get back at it. And if whether that starts with a 4-round at 5:30 in the afternoon, I'm not bothered because I made a promise. I'll headline the O2 again, Steve.
Aye.
I will because I'm on it. I'm training every day. I'm just so excited, you know, and I just can't wait just to prove a lot of people wrong.
Mate, it's absolutely great to hear you talking like that.
I'm really excited. I can't wait to get back in and be the chief support at the Metro with Lewis Ritson as well. That's another one. I've got got a lot of ambition, and like I said, my real passion I think lies in the coaching, lies in the mentoring. But I fucking love boxing as well. I love fighting, and I feel great right now.
Well, I'm sure I speak for most people that will watch this, Dave. That would be great to see you back. Hopefully the Metro Light, because it's 6-7 weeks away. So if Eddie gives you a call this week.
Yeah, you know, I've just smarter now. I'm listening to people. I used to box Luis Ortiz on 2 or 3 weeks' notice, and Tony Oak and Dillian Whyte on this kind of notice, and thought it was clever. It was fucking stupidity, Steve, weren't it? To be honest, how stupid is it?
You can say that, mate.
I wouldn't get beat up by some world-class man for fucking peanuts. So yeah, as long as I get the right notice and the right money, happy to box anyone. The wrong fight is the right fight for an amazing amount of money, you know.
Aye.
And the right fight is always the right fight. I said to him to KC, I said, well, these kind of fights, these journeymen here, for me to get around, I'll box them for now. You know, I'm not bothered. I'll box for free, just to box, because I'll beat them. I can beat them easily. It's not a risk. I'll beat them.
Aye.
But if you want to box Isle the Bois, fuck me. Tell them to get all the money they've got. Get me all, because that's what I need. It is what it is. Everything's got a price, and that includes my body. We're all prostitutes as boxers. We're just selling our body for money. That's what we're doing, essentially.
That's one way of putting it, mate. Yeah. So just to close that bit, Dave, because I know you're dashing. Yep. When do you expect to be out?
I'm hopeful. I hope to box in August. To be honest, I thought I was going to be on fight camp. A few things came up. The Hughie Fury thing fell through because obviously I discussed money before, and the money wasn't there. That I was told I would get, the money wasn't there, which was fair enough. I said, fair enough, that's fine. And I never was negotiating. I had one phone call off MTK. I never spoke to Eddie about it. Did I? I don't think I spoke to Eddie about it. Then the Niall Kennedy fight came up, and that came to nothing. That was a discussion with Eddie, and nothing ever came back from it. I never heard from Eddie. Jamie Moore actually told me that fight was off. So I wasn't on fight camp. I don't know. I don't. There's nothing. Nothing been mentioned. But again, if I don't get the 4, 5, 6 week, whatever it is, a certain fight you can do for 4 weeks. I'm already fit. Some you need 6. You know, then right by a chance you do get offered a really big fight, you want 10. It is what it is, and I'm smart now. And as I start to look after Danny and other fighters, I think, well, that's what they need. So why do I not need that? I need that as well, surely. So it's good though. You know, I've made so many mistakes, and I've paid for them mistakes with my physical health at the time. I've paid for my mistakes in other ways with other things, and I don't regret them because it's made me quite a smart, switched on fella now. So I don't regret anything that's ever happened, for good or for bad.
Good man, Dave. Last one. Just your thoughts on Whyte Povetkin? Were you shocked?
I thought Dillian was in charge. I thought he looked good, to be honest. I thought he's got a good jab. You know, he has got a good jab at boxing. It was good, to be honest. I can remember it actually now I think about it. And I thought he was really comfortable. The way he catches with the left hand and throws and catch and punch, I think he's really good. He's improved unbelievably over the years. But Povetkin, I thought Povetkin looked shot to bits. I thought he looked shot to bits for a few rounds. I thought Dillian Whyte boxing out of his skin. A bit of the both. Bit of Dillian Whyte, the improvement in how well he boxed, and Povetkin, I thought, looking shot and old. And then all of a sudden, he just turns back the clock. One, literally 3 seconds. The jab, the sit, the left uppercut, heavyweight boxing. It's over. I think Dillian Whyte will come back, and I think he'll beat Povetkin. I think he'll stop him next time. Then hopefully we do get the Whyte and the Fury, the Whyte and the Joshua Whyte and Wilder. We get one of these fights, and I think it's a little speed. It's a little bump in the road because I think Dillian will come back, and I think he'll beat him next time. So it's one of them, you know. It's unfortunate, but I think he'll come back from it, and I think, and you know, nobody wants to get knocked out, but I think he'll be a better fighter for it. You know, he can't switch off, and well, he's a better fighter than me. He's done a lot more than me, but you know what I'm saying. He'll learn from it, I guess.
If you had one piece of advice from Dave, I know.
Yeah,
we've already touched on. You've had your low points in boxing. If there was one thing you would say to Dillian,
well, watching the fight, like, it's just one of them. Just literally 3 seconds out of 14 minutes, and you know what happened. So, you know that the punch Povetkin landed was one of the best pieces of. It was just unbelievable. That's 30 years of boxing experience right there, on top of being able to punch like a fucking mule as well, like an horse kick. So I don't have to give him any advice. I don't need to take no advice from me. But I'm sure he'll be fine. I'm sure he'll come back, and I've no doubt at all he'll win the rematch.
Very last question, Dave, and it's from my lad,
Yep.
who you know is a big fan of yours.
Yep.
If Povetkin hit you with that shot, would you have still stood up?
I'd have been absolutely fast asleep. I'd have been sparko. I don't think there's a man on the world and on planet Earth that would have took that and stood up. The perfect shot.
Aye.
I think it was the perfect shot. I've not seen as good a shot as that for a long time. And to be absolutely honest, I'd love to sit here and go, yeah, let's eat it for breakfast. I wouldn't have done. I was probably been fast asleep for a good 5 minutes. So Is what it is. What it is. Get it on the chin. You can only take so much. It was a fucking unbelievable shot.
Right, Dave. I appreciate your time. I know it was 15 minutes. I've probably gone over that. I think you're an absolute star. It's great to hear you're so positive, mate. And I personally can't wait to see you in the ring very soon.
Thank you very much, Steve. I'll see you very soon.
You're an absolute star, Dave. Thank you.
Nice one, mate. Thank you. Thank you.